The next topic is refraction from rarer to denser medium at a concave spherical refracting surface. Now, concave spherical refracting surface is a diverging surface, so it will always form a virtual object whether the object is kept close to the lens, to the surface, or away from the surface. So here you can see that O is the object and angle I is the angle made by the normal CN, which is passing through the center of curvature, making an angle gamma with the principal axis. Now, since it is going from rarer to denser medium, so it will bend toward the normal. You can see that it is bending toward the normal, and actually it will not meet, so it will appear to come from the point I, which is considered as the virtual image of object O, making an angle beta with the principal axis. Now you can see that here is the angle R, which this refracted ray is making with the normal. Now what is the rule? First of all, find out angle I and angle R using the property of that sum of internal angles is equal to external angle. Now for the angle I, you can see that here this complete is triangle AOC. In triangle AOC, you can see that angle alpha is internal, angle I is internal, but angle gamma is external. So you can write here gamma is equal to alpha plus I, or we can write that I is equal to gamma minus alpha. Similarly, we can have in this triangle, this is R, this R, A, I and C. You can see that this R is internal, this beta is internal, but this gamma is external. So for R plus beta is equal to gamma, or we can say that R is equal to gamma minus beta. So first step we have done to find out the angle I and R. Now using the Snell's law. Now again Snell's law is mu1 sin I is equal to mu2 sin R. Okay. So in this case we will be having the expression mu1 I is equal to mu2 R, just like we have done previously. Now putting the values of I and R. I is mu1, this is gamma minus alpha, is equal to mu2, this is gamma minus beta. Now use the property theta is equal to arc upon radius, and we know that gamma is for the center of curvature, and this is AM upon MC. AM upon MC minus for alpha AM upon MO. AM upon MO is equal to mu2, again AM by MC minus beta is AM upon MI. Okay, so AM will be cancelled out from all, so we'll be having mu1 MC. Now we will replace M by P, assuming that aperture is small, so this will be PC minus mu1 upon PO is equal to mu2 upon PC minus mu2 upon Pi. Now taking PC value terms to one side, so we'll be having this is mu1 minus mu2 upon PC is equal to mu1 upon PO. When we take this that becomes positive, minus mu2 upon Pi. Now using the sign convention, you can see here incident ray is going in this direction, so R is negative, V is negative, and U is also negative. So putting the values, we will be having mu1 minus mu2, this is minus R, is equal to mu1 upon minus U minus mu2 upon minus V. So we can write here mu2 minus mu1 upon R, taking negative sign outside. So this will be mu1 upon minus U plus mu2 by V. So exactly the same formula again we obtain whether the surface is concave or convex. So this was the derivation about the rarer to denser medium at the concave spherical refracting surface.